Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Goose, or that one animated goose, and I'm back. And today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 favourite stands from JoJo Part 5. And yeah, so if you guys do like this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon. You can always unsubscribe if you feel like it, please don't. But yeah, and remember, these are just my opinions. You feel free to have your own opinions. I've also got a Discord server now, please go join that. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, but let's just get right onto the video. So coming at number 10, we have White Album, the first suit stand to ever be coming out in JoJo, and I really like this stand, though I absolutely hate the stand user because he's annoying, loud, and only cares about himself. But I really like the idea of this stand. I feel like it's really powerful and there's a really great fight scene between Giorno, Mista, and him. And yeah, this stand's just a really cool design, and the fact that it really is the first suit stand, but not the only suit stand in Part 5 is very cool. But yeah, the only reason that it's not higher is because of the stand user himself. But the power to control ice is very interesting, and yeah, I like this stand. But anyway, let's go on to number 9. So coming at number 9, we have Silver Chariot Requiem. I really like this stand. Its whole body swap power is very interesting, though not what I expected in the slightest. But I really did enjoy it. And this is just an interesting stand because it brings Polnareff back. Though he's only in it for a bit as Polnareff, later becoming Turtleref. But yeah, this stand's just got a cool design. It's very powerful. The only real way to defeat it is to destroy the sun at the back of it. And that ends up killing the stand user and destroying their soul. But Polnareff's soul is later put into a turtle, for whatever reason. And Turtle Polnareff becomes a thing. But yeah, I did enjoy the stand. So let's just get right on to number 8. So the next stand we have on this list is Grateful Death. Now, this stand is really terrifying in a lot of ways. The design is really creepy, but the main thing that scares me is its power. To be able to turn things old, and basically if it touches you, it can basically kill you instantly with how quickly it works. Shown by how it almost kills Mista if it wasn't for 6 bullets intervening. But yeah, this stand's just really powerful, and the only disadvantage is that you do need another person there a lot of the time to distract, seeing as Grateful Death can take a long time to kick in, to actually fully kill. But yeah, this stand's terrifying and really powerful, and I think the user was Beach Boy's brother, Pesci the Pineapple's brother. But yeah, anyway, let's get on to number 7. So next up we have a Bakio stand, Moody Jazz, and I really like this stand, just simply because it has a great design and its power is to basically be able to see the past of what people have done, which is very good for Bakio's character, seeing as he wants to re-see memories and wants to change what happened with his partner back when he was a police officer, and I really like the story of this, and the name is good, and this stand is pretty powerful because even if you just got a photo, this stand can go back and see it, and that's why he's actually one of the first characters to die, is so King Crimson can hide the secret of who the boss actually is. And yeah, I mean, they already know who he is by now, but yeah, but it's the first, but so they can't actually see what he looks like. But yeah, I just really like the stand. But let's go on to number 6. Next up, we've got Little Bomber, or Aerosmith, which is the better name. Not only is Aerosmith a great band, but this is also a great stand, and there's a really good character using it, or let's say piloting it, get it? But anyway, Naranja's a great character. He's funny, he's really kind and compassionate, like a lot of the characters on this. But yeah, I just really enjoy this stand. It's used in a lot of good situations, especially with the fighting against Little Feet, I think his name was, the guy that could shrink people. It's a very good stand, and pretty simple, but the fact that it uses heat to be able to sense people is really overpowered, and it's used in a lot of situations more for scouting as well, meaning it's a very useful stand to have on a team. And yeah, that's why this stand got so high. But anyway, let's move on to number 5, I think. So next up we have Risotto's stand, Metallica. Why did this take me so long to say? But anyway, I really love this stand. Risotto could have been the main villain, I feel, if he had a slightly different stand that was more fighting based. But anyway, enough of that. I love this stand. The power to be able to control the metal inside your body and the metal around to create weapons. And he can also make himself invisible with it, which doesn't make the most sense, but it's still really cool. And I just love this character and really enjoy his stand. This is a colony-based stand that isn't used for fighting, per se, but Neo himself is a good fighter, so he doesn't really need it. And he uses this more for assassinations, making sense seeing as he is an assassin. And yeah, I just really enjoy this stand. But anyway, let's move on to number 4 on this list. Next up we have Purple Haze. Now I'm sure Comic Chicken will be writing in the comments right now about how this stand should have been number 1, but screw you, no it shouldn't have been. I love this stand. I absolutely hate the stand user. He is the one of my least favourite characters because he just abandons his team and just leaves them just for himself. And I just don't like the character. I'm sorry, but I just don't. But anyway, this stand is overpowered as hell though. And it's one of the strongest stands in all of JoJo. The poison is very overpowered. And sure, the main reason that it doesn't get any higher is we only get to see it once. But an Iraqi kind of had to write it up with how powerful the stand is. But yeah. Anyway, let's go on to number 3 on this list, which is going to be a controversial one. So next up we have King Crimson, one of the most confusing stands in all of JoJo. Doesn't matter how many times people explain this stand to me, it just doesn't make sense. All I know is it basically just erases memory and lets it move, and only it can remember what actually happened, and it's the only one who can move and do actual free will during this time. But yeah, now Diavolo may be my least favourite main villain, but I do not dislike him, and I really like his stand. And I think the stand is one of the most terrifying and makes some of the funniest memes out there. I mean, I chose 2 of them for the images for this video, but hey. But yeah, this is actually the lowest out of all these videos that I've given a villain stand, but that isn't because I hate this stand. But yeah, it's just out of others, there's a couple other stands on this video that I prefer. And let's just get right into them. So coming at number 3 we have... Now next we've got Golden Wind or Gold Experience Requiem, the main stand, and I really like this stand. Its power to be able to make things out of inanimate objects and turn them into animals or be able to create new body parts is very interesting and very cool. Giorno may be my second least favourite, but I still really like him, and I like him and I love his stand as well. And I think that this stand is a really nice design. It's not my favourite out of the main JoJo designs. It's not one of my favourite out of the main JoJo designs in general. But I do really like the stand. But, yeah. So let's just get on to number 2. So coming at number 2 today, we have Gino Mista's stand Sex Pistols. Now I love Mista so much. He's one of my favourite characters in all of JoJo and one of my favourite Jo Bros. And I adore his stand. This is one of the funniest stands out there, seeing as it's 6 bullets and they have a lot of personality. We've got number 1, who's like the main one, who works with number 2 a lot. Number 3, no number 4, because we all know why Mr. hates number 4. Number 5, number 6, and number 7. Number 3 is always bullying number 5, which is an interesting dynamic. And yeah, I just really, really like the stand design, and just stand in general. It's got a good name, and it's just a great stand. When I first seen it, I was just like, it's just a gun with some cool bullets, but I grew to love this stand so much, along with Mista. But anyway, let's go on to number 1 on this list, and I'm sure you guys can kind of guess who it is. So of course, coming at number 1, we have Butcherati's stand, Zipper Man, or the better name, Sticky Fingers. Now, I love Butcherati so much as a character. I adore him. He's one of my favourite characters in all of JoJo. And he has a great voice and everything. I want to do a whole video on Butcherati and a lot of other characters. Tell me if you guys want me to do a video on my favourite characters. But anyway, of course, Butcherati stand, Zipper Man, or, well, everyone just calls him Sticky Fingers, so that's what I'm going to call him. This stand is incredible. It's one of my favourite powers to do with power, and I just love this stand. It definitely had to be number 1 on this list. And yeah, and the idea to create zipper dimensions is really powerful and kind of weird and creepy in a lot of ways. and it's used very powerful, including when he zips his own heart in half and everything, so he cannot be detected. And yeah, but that's the end of this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, join the Discord server that's linked in the description. And follow me on Twitter maybe. But that's the end of this video. Bye.